What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and share this video with your friends and family because what we're unpacking today is fiery, explosive, and sending shockwaves across South Africa. It's the showdown in Rosettenville that has the entire country talking, Zandile Dabula erupting in fury, Operation Dudula clashing with the police, and the growing question, is law enforcement protecting illegal migrants while South Africans suffer? The streets of Rosettenville were flooded with tension, frustration, and high-stakes confrontation this past weekend as Operation Dudula once again hit the ground, this time focusing on what they claim are no-go zones or filled with undocumented migrants taking over homes, shops, and jobs. Leading the charge was the ever-controversial Zandile Dabula, a name that now echoes across townships and cities wherever Dudula marches. She came with her usual fire, unshaken and defiant, calling out the authorities right in front of the community, cameras rolling, fists raised, shouting one burning accusation: "You're defending foreigners while South Africans are dying in poverty." It wasn't just words. There was a real standoff. Police lined the streets, blocking access to certain buildings identified by Dudula as alleged drug dens and illegal businesses. But instead of arresting those inside, officers instead clashed with Dudula members, pushing them back, threatening arrests, and in some cases, reportedly shielding individuals who didn't have proper documentation. That's when things reached a boiling point. The crowd exploded. People shouted at the cops, accusing them of choosing sides, of betraying the very people they swore to protect. And then came Zandile Dabula's viral moment. Surrounded by cameras, she turned to the police and erupted. Her voice shook the streets. "Why are you protecting people who don't even have papers? Why are our brothers and sisters jobless, homeless, while you defend the same people who break your laws?" That clip has since gone viral, triggering fierce debate across social media and even in Parliament. For some, she spoke truth to power. For others, it was dangerous, inflammatory rhetoric that threatens national stability. Operation Dudula has always been controversial. They claim to be a grassroots movement fighting for economic justice, demanding that jobs, homes, and safety be prioritized for South Africans. But their methods, raids, confrontations, public shaming, have drawn criticism from human rights groups, NGOs, and religious leaders who fear the movement is breeding a new wave of xenophobic violence. Still, Dudula's support continues to grow. Why? Because people are desperate. They feel ignored, left out of the economy, sidelined by their own government. And in that vacuum of leadership, Dudula has stepped in like a storm. But Rosettenville marked a turning point. This wasn't just another protest. This was a direct confrontation with the police, a clash between citizens and the state. Dudula claims the SAPS is failing South Africans, turning into bodyguards for criminals, and letting drug houses operate freely as long as they are run by foreign nationals. Police leadership denies this, saying they are upholding the law, protecting lives, and preventing mob justice. But what happens when communities lose faith in their protectors? Inside the streets, the mood is electric and volatile. Residents are torn. Some joined the Dudula protest, chanting, "South Africa is not a refugee camp." Others stood silently, afraid to be seen, afraid to speak out, afraid of what could happen next. Among those arrested or questioned by police were young men from Zimbabwe, Malawi, and Nigeria, some of whom claim they are in the country legally but haven't been able to renew their documents due to bureaucratic chaos. It's a mess, and it's spilling over. Businesses in Rosettenville are now terrified. Spaza shop owners have locked their doors. Street vendors, many of whom are foreign nationals, have vanished. A few were seen packing their belongings, fearing retaliation from the community or being dragged into the spotlight by Dudula. This kind of fear isn't just sad, it's dangerous. Because fear breeds anger, and anger breeds violence. Zandile Dabula has since doubled down on her statements. In a press interview the following day, she said, "We are not done. Rosettenville was only the beginning. If the police want to stop us, they'll have to arrest all of us. But we will not sit quietly while our people starve." Her words, while passionate, are setting the tone for a dangerous new phase. Operation Dudula is not backing down. They're re-strategizing, expanding, and becoming more organized than ever before. From social media campaigns to on-the-ground mobilization, they are treating this like a war, and they believe they are winning. Meanwhile, government officials are scrambling. President Ramaphosa's administration continues to urge calm, preaching unity and tolerance. But these words ring hollow to many on the ground. There are no jobs. There is no security. There is no plan. And in the absence of direction, movements like Dudula are stepping up with answers, even if those answers come with chaos. Police leadership now finds itself in the crosshairs, not just of Dudula, but of the public. They must answer hard questions. Are they truly neutral enforcers of the law, or are they overwhelmed, underpaid, and compromised? Is the system broken beyond repair? And if they can't control the rising tensions, what happens when the people stop listening altogether? One thing is clear: South Africa is heading toward a boiling point. The confrontation in Rosettenville is just one flashpoint in a much bigger firestorm. And unless leaders, both political and community-based, step up with real solutions, that fire will spread. The people are angry. The streets are restless. And the cry of "South Africans first" is growing louder every day. So what do you think? Was Zandile Dabula right to call out the police? Is Operation Dudula going too far, or are they doing what needs to be done in desperate times? Is law enforcement failing to uphold the Constitution, or are they simply caught in the crossfire of a broken system? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know your experience. Are you in Rosettenville? Have you seen these confrontations firsthand? We want to hear from you. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share this video. This isn't just news. This is South Africa's reality. And we all have a part to play in what happens next.